Well, if you are as excited about doing astral projection as I am, then you'll realize that you can have a lot of fun with learning how to do it and the different ways that are going to work for you specifically. And since there's so many tools that can get you into an astral projected sort of state, then it's, just be very hopeful that it can take place. One thing that does seem to be consistent among all the different systems is that it takes doing it over and over again, kind of a dedication to the process of it. It's like if you're wanting to learn how to ski, you have to go through the steps of the, training, equipment, bunny hills, and you just have to kind of go through steps. And some of us have astral project, truth is, most people believe that do astral projection, that every night you're astral projecting. The very first time I did it that I was conscious of was when I was getting my tonsils removed when I was 5. So you may have had an out-of-body experience where you were just, there you were, and it was just a matter of fact that there you were observing and being very cued into that you weren't in your physical body, but you were, fully present with wherever you were at the time. So it does happen spontaneously, but how nice it is that it can actually happen voluntarily when you decide to, and you can actually turn it into a tool so that you can do this on a regular basis. In fact, I really believe that it gets to the point where you can just close your eyes and then transport yourself into an astral process, an astral identification, astral way of being, and then be able to go and do your journey and come back in a matter of just a few minutes, because you can do a long journey or you can do a very quick one. This is, I think, something that we definitely learn to do as shamans, and we definitely learn to do when we're going to travel on behalf of someone else, so that it is something that you can actually learn to do very efficiently. But for the most part, it's going to be something that you learn progressively. Be excited about it, because once you have that sense of you're going to be able to journey to other realms and verify that it's validly true, you're going to know that life is so much bigger than all the physical worries and the minutiae that you're occupying yourself with. And that's very freeing. Okay, now how? Lots of ways of doing it. Close your eyes for a moment. And in closing your eyes, put your hands somewhere, maybe on your legs, maybe on a chair. It doesn't matter. Just put your hands in a very relaxed way. And now I just want you to sense your physical hands and what they are pressing against or lying against, and what it feels like to have your hands lying or pressing against that. Now I want you to lift one of your arms up. Feel it as it moves up and move it down. Feel your arm going up again. Feel it. Feel the air. Feel the pressure. Feel the musculature, and move it back down. And in the process of doing that, really get into that experience of it. And do it with the other hand as well, just to equalize the experience of it. Now, with your eyes closed, imagine the doing of that and the experience of that. And imagine all the details that you can remember doing on a physical level with your arms. Go ahead, go for it. And as you're in the process of doing it, grab the sense of what it would feel like in terms of gravity, in terms of the air against your skin, in terms of what the clothing is like, in terms of what it feels like to put your hand back down. And now when your hand is back down, integrate the sensation of your imagined arm in with your physical arm and come back fully present with your physical hands and arms. Interesting, huh? Now the more you practice this very, very simple process, you are conditioning your mind, your brain, to know what it's like when you are leaving the presence of the physical and moving into something ethereal. Now you're doing it with your imagination, but it is also likely while you're doing it with your imagination that you may actually be paralleling doing it in the reality of your astral body. That's one way of talking about it. So that you're practicing the sensation and getting familiar with that sensation. Then do it for other parts of your body when you have an opportunity to do it with your head, your neck, your chest, your legs, your feet, and just practice that experience. There's lots of ways of doing this. You do the lying down. One of my favorite ones is from Wild Divine, where you're standing up and your meditation is in an upward way, and you've activated your chakras, and then you just move your arms up and down, and then you practice doing that in your imagination. You move your legs out and back to your body, and then you do that in your imagination, so that the more more times you can move your body physically and then do it in your imagination, and then go back and reintegrate with your physical body and do it with your physicality, and then move out of your physicality into your imagined experience of movement, then you begin to experience what it's like to shift. And then the shift doesn't become quite so startling, because actually you're familiarizing yourself with that. Now imagine, and this is what we understand so far, imagine that you actually already do that while you're dreaming, while you're sleeping. Imagine that you're already traveling all over the place while you're in your physical body sleeping, but you're in your astral body traveling. So to the degree that you've ever had dreams of flying that were quite very graphically flying, that chances are was an astral experience. When it's very graphic and very visceral and very sensual and very, chances are you were flying in your astral body, but we didn't define it as such. You're more likely to do that as a child than as a conscious adult, but how awesome you're able to recapture that capacity as an adult. Okay, but that's a very simple beginning exercise, isn't it? It doesn't even require you to go into a deep hypnotic state. It just creates consciousness about what it means to be in different sorts of states in your body. And that's enough to start with today. But there's so many more tools in being able to help you with astral projection. Till later.